Hello, my name is James Batchelor and this is the Peugeot 508 Peugeot Sport Engineered Hybrid 4. The Peugeot Sport Engineered is the new performance sub-brand of Peugeot, and over the next few years there'll be a wave of sporty, hardcore, focused performance electrified Peugeots, all wearing the Peugeot Sport Engineered badge. The 508 is the first, and this car also has the honour of being the most powerful production Peugeot ever made. Now the Peugeot 508 is already a car that stands out from the crowd, but the Peugeot Sport Engineered, well, it really turns up the wick. Now there's a new front grille, but lower down there's these two big air vents finished in the Peugeot Sport Engineered bespoke colour of kryptonite. Now further around the side you'll notice these little aerofoils. They're repeated at the bumper, at the sides and at the back. And at the back we've got two big black exhaust pipes and a big black diffuser as well. There is a lot of aggression going on in this design. There are 20-inch alloys shod in Michelin Pilote Sport 4S tyres, and of course there is bespoke badging. These three lines denote claw marks, and that is bespoke to the Peugeot Sport Engineered models. But that is enough of the styling, because this car is a lot more than just a simple styling exercise. There are a lot of changes underneath. Let's take it for a drive. Now before I tell you exactly what Peugeot Sport have done to the mechanicals, let's talk about this car's interior. Now the first thing you will notice are these bucket sport seats. Now in the Peugeot Sport Engineered they've been lowered compared to the standard 508. Now they are trimmed in a mixture of leather, 3D mesh and Alcantara, and they really do offer a huge amount of support. They also look absolutely fantastic, don't they? You also get plenty of kryptonite stitching around the interior. And as for tech, well, you get Peugeot's fantastic iCockpit. You get a 10-inch HD touchscreen, and both the iCockpit and the touchscreen, they feature special Peugeot Sport Engineered graphics, and a top-of-the-range focal hi-fi sound system is thrown in as standard as well. Now Peugeot has a long and illustrious motorsport history. They've won the World Rally Championship, they've won the Le Mans 24 Hours, they've also competed in the Dakar Rally and Pikes Peak. And Peugeot Sport will be returning to the World Endurance Championships and the Le Mans 24 Hours in 2023 with a hybrid hypercar. And it's this same outfit that has lavished attention on this 508 Peugeot Sport Engineered. Now the track has been widened by 24mm at the front and 12mm at the back. The anti-roll bars have been thickened, adaptive dampers have been fitted with 3 settings. There's also bigger brakes at 380mm in diameter at the front with 4 piston calipers, and the steering has been quickened, it's been recalibrated. Now along with all of this, the powertrain is pretty interesting as well. There's a 1.6 litre turbocharged petrol engine up front, pushing out 197 brake horsepower. Then there's a 109 brake horsepower electric motor attached to the 8-speed automatic gearbox. There's an 11 kilowatt hour battery under the rear seats. And then there's a 111 brake horsepower electric motor powering the rear wheels, making this the most powerful production Peugeot ever made. Now this is one very quick car indeed. 0 to 62 miles an hour comes up in just over 5 seconds. And you can tell Peugeot Sport have been engineering this car, because the standard 508 is a very comfort orientated car, but this model is a lot sharper and a lot stiffer as well. It's a real return to form from Peugeot for producing really sporty and involving performance cars. Now there are 5 driving modes to choose from. Electric is pretty self-explanatory. It puts the car into pure EV mode, and there's 26 miles of pure electric range. Comfort, that puts the car into hybrid, but with the most comfortable suspension setting. Hybrid mode flits between petrol and electric power when the car sees fit. Then there's sport, that turns everything up to 10, sharper steering, quicker acceleration. The engine is a little bit more urgent as well, and the engine also charges up the battery in sport mode, so you've got the most amount of battery power and petrol power when you need it. And lastly, there's 4-wheel drive mode. So the petrol engine up front works with the electric motor on the back axle, giving you 4-wheel drive for the perfect traction and grip. Now, to get the most amount of power and performance from that battery pack, you're going to want to keep this car topped up. Now, the charging port is on the curb side, and if you plug this car into a home wall box, a charge should take under 2 hours. Or if you connect this car with the 3-pin plug, just under 7. Now you can tell Peugeot Sport have been engineering this car because it is such a transformation from the standard car. I mean, I can't tell you how different this feels from the standard 508. I mean, it just feels sharper, more alert. The ride is nice and firm. It just feels a properly focused product, this. And you've got all of this power and all of this performance, and yet this car coughs out just 46 grams per kilometre of CO2, making it very friendly to company car drivers. It just feels great, this car. It turns in really sharply, the steering is nicely weighted. It is a properly focused car, this. Surprisingly so, although judging by Peugeot Sport's back catalogue, that probably shouldn't be that surprising. That engine may only be 1.6 litres in size, but with these electric motors all powering and working together, performance is staggering, actually. This is one seriously impressive performance car. Now, Snows is one of 17 fully accredited Peugeot Sport engineered specialists in the whole of the UK. And for any more information, then talk to the Peugeot Sport engineered specialist at Snows Basingstoke or at any Snows dealer. See you soon.